The next morning, things were quiet, too quiet. None of the usual rat run, wacky races or parking Olympics for those too skint or stingy to use the pay and display. Turning on the radio, I hummed along to an old tune while I made my morning cuppa, then shuffled to the back door to have my brew on the doorstep, same as usual. But when I opened it, I blinked, rubbed my eyes. The fence was straight across the back door, its 4 feet allowing for a limited view of the garden. I splashed a bit of coffee on my foot. Luckily, I was wearing slippers. I swore just as the news jingle started. I stood there in disbelief, absent-mindedly sipping my coffee, hoping when the caffeine kicked in, the fence would somehow go away. It looked like it ran all the way around the house. Not only had it moved, it had got longer too. Why not? Why only one impossibility at a time? I laughed to myself, a little crazy. That's when I heard the headlines and first learnt about the breakdown. Everyone says they remember where they were when they first heard about it. Well, I was staring at my garden fence, noticing the walls and the wood grain, a vortex I was slipping into. Everything had been shut down. Schools, factories, pubs, theatres, the high street, except for grocery stores and chemists. We were told to stay in our homes, except for essentials. Avoid contact. Listen for further updates. My coffee was cold. I realised I only had a can of beans in, a mouldy carrot, and a frayed bentos pie from the last century. At least I had coffee. All things were possible with coffee. But what was I going to live off? Thin air? My stomach growled. Just then I heard the next door's back door go. They were back, carrying a completely different suitcase and one of those blue IKEA bags filled with what looked like loaves of bread. Fatman leapt up, took a long, thoughtful drag while gazing at where the fence used to be. Finally he spoke, as though commenting on the weather. I have thin, medium, and thick, white, brown, and granary. I contemplated this information as though it was a piece of gnomic wisdom. Before I could decide, he added, have some multi-packs in the suitcase too. All the staples, 5 a fucking day, 57 varieties. Blimey, that was an arm ache. Still no point in going hungry, is there? My stomach growled again, this time so loud the fat man could hear, even through the fence. Here, have some of these to be going on with. He walked across the no man's land of the alleyway and, unhindered, entered the garden. Gingerly he passed a packet of biscuits through the slot. That's when I noticed his flesh-coloured marigolds. Or was that just his skin? Plenty more where they came from. When you're ready, place an order. I can get anything, me. Booze, ciggies, tools, even, other stuff. Just give us the wink. His wife shrieked something from inside their house. Anyway, better go. It's funny, this business, ain't it? But you've got to make the most of it. Keep your pecker at bay. Nice fence. Just then, I heard sirens, an exclamation of tires, heavy boots running. Then the neighbour's door was kicked in. There was a lot of shouting, things being smashed. The fat man did not come quietly. His wife must have blinded some with her nails by the sounds of it before they left her sobbing. Then the van screeched away. I was left holding the biscuits, digestives.